So hopefully people will start seeing me now, but I still have to set up, so bear with me. So I need to go into my YouTube and set this up. It's a little bit different. I have to go into the back end. Even though I can hit F9, Alt F9 and be live streaming straight away, I need to go and set the back end up for the live stream to say that I'm live streaming. Here we go. Basic info. Ooh. I need to change the game name. That one. Oh, hang on. It was there then. That one. Public. Yes. Save. Where's my save button? I'm sure there is. There might not be. There's Nicholas. Grammarly ad. Excellent. Yeah, we've got... I'm sure there's a... Maybe that's updated. Hopefully, it says the Universim on it. Hopefully. I really don't like this back end though. I kind of want the back end in black, like you do with YouTube gaming. I'm going to pause that because I can see anyway. And then hopefully I can put... Oh God, no, I don't want to do that. What did that do? It also, what it does as well, which is frustrating for me. Oh, I need to switch over. I need to log out of something and log back in. Bear with me. What was that? What's that one? Oh, that's my live dashboard. That's the one. Right. Because I need to log back into... Oh, this is all fun. Connect with YouTube rather than Twitch. And then I need to launch my alert box, and then the alert box hopefully will come up. This I haven't tested though. So we're going to pop that up there. Don't want to make it full screen, thank you. I just want to up there out of the way. You're in now. Excellent. All right. I've got to find the icon for the Universim. It's here somewhere. There it is. Hang on, I moved that. Why is it over there again? It's moved my icons back. I know I moved that last night. Right, hopefully this will come up. If not, I'll have to sort it out. Now I can probably... No, I don't want Twitter. I want Safari open. Right, you can't actually see that because I need to add the game in. Game capture. I don't think it's one on the list, which is strange because it should be. You probably can hear it. Let me just set up. But oh god, I'm playing it in 4K as well, so I'm going to have to reduce this somewhat. Whee! Let's get it the right size first. And then bring it in. Ooh. Go into the corner, snap into the corner, that's it. Why is that not doing what it was doing? That's better. I need to center that then, bear with me. Then I need to edit it. change that value to 65, which puts it in the right place on the screen, kind of. And then I need to move it down to somewhere down here. There. So it goes behind. So that should be correct. Why are you getting a part of a window up there though? Oh no, it says alpha version, that's why. Yes, that's right. So let me turn the audio down a bit. Let's try at 30. No. Because otherwise you're going to get deafened. Is that better? Let's have a look. Hello, Tommy Van Woowen? I think that is. How you doing? So not ideal, but this will do. Right, that'll do. Apply. Back. They still have not implemented a save function. That's my first thing I've noticed. But we're going to have a play and see how we get on. I'm trying to get running. I don't think Moobot on that will work. So apologies there. And I really hate the way this friggin' chat box is on YouTube. There we go. I do apologise. I tried my best. Right, we're going to start a new life. In fact, I might even turn the music off. Or at least very minimalistic. 10%, let's say. Let's see if I can get that up on the screen. There, that's better. And I can switch to dark mode on the Mac as well. That's loads better. And hi, Simple Sai. Welcome across. Right. Do we want to play with tutorials? Would you like to play with... No. Now, I noticed this the other day. I did this and it still came back up. Right. So, I'm going to turn music volume. I think that's okay. We'll have it in the background. So basically Universim is about building a city type scenario and then taking it through the ages, but it's still missing lots at the moment. I will warn you that. So basically as you hover around up the top middle, you may not see it. I may have to switch the game into 1080p to get the HUD a bit better. Let me know if the HUD's too small for you, because otherwise I'll switch. Can I do... Is there HUD scaling? Let me have a look. Graphics. Ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-bum. Pixel light, show resolution. I can't change the UI, which is such a shame games don't do it, because I want a bigger UI. No problem. Let me put it in. Is it gonna let me? No, I don't want it in that resolution. I'll probably have to edit the stream again a little bit. I mean, can you guys see like all the... I'll cancel that a minute. If I go back to game, can you see all the UI in that? Is that okay? I think it is. We'll go with it rather than change it. So yeah, basically, if I put this down, this is like your epicenter, which we're going to put down. Look, are you sure want to? Yes, I do want to place it there. And look, I've told it not to have a friggin' tutorial, and it comes up straight with a tutorial. So that's obviously a bug. Curb Gaming, how you doing? So yes, I want to skip tutorials. I'm an expert at this game. Are you sure? Yes, I've said it twice now. So basically, we've got this place, and I am going to pause it for a moment just to sort of give you an overview of the game. It's basically, you've got these little characters which are called nuggets, And you've got to take them through the ages to basically build your domain, your culture, or whatever you want to call it, your city, by using the resources around it. So it's a typical game in that respect, but it's done on a globe, which I love the way they've done it on a globe. And it's got so much potential. Now, they've done a lot of mechanic changes recently under the hood, which is what I was on about. So I am going to struggle finding things at times. So I do apologise. But we'll get through it. So, number one big change is when you click on here, you now have research. You never used to have to research. It is Curb Noob on Twitch. And he's Curb Gaming on here. So, yeah, this is a new thing. So, basically, we've got Divine Punishment. I don't need that really at the moment. Although you have to, I think, do it. Or is it because I'm paused? Oh, no, it's because the game's crashed already. That's not good. Come on, the Universim, don't do this to me. Right, restart. This is why we need a save facility. It crashed last night, which is so frustrating. So whatever they've done, they've broken it slightly. Because that's the second crash in 2 days. We can always switch. I've got the backup plan. I've still got Banished installed. All right, start a new life. Let's go. This is going to work this time. It might have been because I was messing around with settings, to be fair. The peak of Mount Everest. It's going to be a different rock now. I'll tell you that, because the maps change every time you load in. I'm not playing, no. Why? I changed that. How is that? What is that doing even? No. Why are we even on that? Let me I've 100% changed that. And now I'm in YouTube Live instead of YouTube. Great. Hang on, let me just flick that out on another tab. This is why I don't like... I'm persevering with it because I want to make it work. But it's so anti-way it works. I have to go into my live settings on the dashboard in the back end. And according to this, I'm playing Gundam Thoroughbred on the category there. So how's it doing that? Right. I have no idea what it's doing there. We'll pause that. Right, hopefully that'll change in a minute. I'm going to refresh mine on the Mac. Now it's saying Gundam Thoroughbred now. How? Why? Wait for a minute. I will answer any questions. How you doing, Captain Jesse? How long does that play? And once we get it going? Any minute now. Once I get YouTube working properly. Which it should be doing. Why it's so... the back end of this is so retarded. There we go. It's updated. Excellent. Cool. Right. It's not going to work on this game because this is the Universim. So this ain't Train Transport Viva. Wrong game. So yeah, we need a water source. And we can go anywhere. So we're going to place the Epic Center down. And I'm going to put it there. So I'm going to pop that there. Oh, no, I did want that there. Yes. And no, skip the tutorial. And yes, I want to skip. There we go. Right. Right. You got a slight headache. That's not good. Right, okay. So we need to research. it will let me research now. So we need to research a water well. So let's get that going. And then you get to build stuff, basically. So down here is your build menu. And you've got various things. Now this is probably going to be a bit small for you because I'm actually playing it in 4K and streaming it in 1080p. Which is kind of awkward. But all of these are going to be locked at the moment. So you have to research them now. Or apart from the reservoir. Let's place one of those. So we'll do that. And we'll place it this way so that we can see it. And I don't think we can put a water well now, and we can put a water pump. And obviously we do want both of those, so I'm going to prioritise the water pump. Did the research come up as finished then? Wow, already. I'm only on normal speed. We'll put that one in and get that out of the way as well. Although I don't know what divine punishment is. I haven't found a use for it. No, phones probably won't go out to 1080p. You're probably looking at... Oh, I don't know though. Some do. I don't know what mine is actually. I think mine's got a good screen on it. Don't know about that. But it's down to everybody's individual phones if you're watching on a phone. So you're going to find it hard. I'll have to just tell you what's on these banners then. Because you're not going to see it at that speed. So yes, in theory, a kilometre train will work. But in practice, not when you've got the finances turned on. You're going to be struggling to fill it. But yeah. Yeah. But a lot of this, the video is going to be as opposed to what I'm streaming at. So we're going to go back in there and we can do footwear, but I kind of want tools. No, we do footwear. We'll get footwear so they can walk quicker. Even though I've told this to be priority, they're still putting materials into that, which is typical. Come on, guys. I know there's only two of you, effectively. But, like, leave your kids at home for the day and come and do these jobs. Was that actually one? I didn't realise that. I thought that was two. Never mind. Maybe we should have looked around the planet first. Yeah, don't worry, love. We got you covered. Now, they've changed a lot of the mechanics to this now, which is good. So you'll see the difference there. But we still don't seem to be going through the ages. Or when it crashed last night, I couldn't see that. So we will see if it works today. Yeah, I think the cameras go higher, but I think most phones are... I mean, the most I think I've seen is 1080p. But don't quote me on that, because I'm not a big phone user, believe it or not. I've got a horrid Windows phone, which I hate. I wish I never got it. I kind of wanted it for certain reasons, and then found that those certain reasons were absolute shite, because it doesn't work properly on the phone itself that it's designed to do it for. No, I didn't. Never been there, and probably never will. My game says Terminator. It's changed again. Wait, what the hell? I don't know what it's doing because I've updated it. Absolute ridiculous. I cannot work out why it keeps changing the name. It says on the back end, it's the Universim. So, well done, YouTube. Let me just check it's not in this window. Hang on a sec. No, it says it there as well. I have no idea why it's doing that. Let's put, no, I don't want you up there. I want you there. So I'm trying a new way of setting up the screens as well. Yes, well, technically he's done the graphics for the different eras, but I don't know if they're actually in the game with this patch, which is why I want to look at it. But he's redone the way everything works, where you have to research anything. For instance, you used to press the middle mouse button and it used to bring up an annoying window, which really used to bug me, and it doesn't do that anymore. You meant to bring it up there with the creative powers, but that doesn't work. This doesn't work, and you'll see we've got water now, which is good. So let's put in a quick well for them to drink from. Has that research finished? Yes, let's research. Oh no, hang on. No. I didn't want to cancel. Shit. Although I've started that again now. Never mind. Yeah, down here you'll see when they're researching, a little bar will go round, which is good. But 8 gig of phone updates. Oh my god. Yeah. I bought it. First day I had it, I had a car accident, and I mean, what? They're absolutely pissed off. I nearly took the thing straight back to the shop, to be honest. You can't actually make a phone call from the front screen by default. Luckily, the guy, one of the coppers that turned up to my accident, showed me. But I struggled phoning the emergency services because of the way the Poxy phone was set up. They sent me a survey recently through Microsoft about it, and I went, the phone is bollocks, and I would never recommend it to anybody, the Windows phone. Totally would not buy a Lumia phone. So we're putting in a well, so we've got the stuff, but they're busy hammering nails into this. We've got 4 adults now, number of adult nuggets. You can bring out your nuggets, by the way, by bringing up this and see them, and obviously we'll get more as we go on. There is a thing in here that I don't quite get, because it sort of insinuates you can go and change the settings on one of the buildings, but you can't. Look at that little white line. Ooh, look at that. Do you recognise the logo? It's shit. There you go. Right. Yeah, it's absolute horrid phone. I bought it basically to connect into my OneDrive so I could be more centralised, and it just doesn't work out that way. So there we go. We've got a reservoir filling up. All these graphics, they've changed some of these graphics, and you can hover over them and stuff. So temperatures as well, which is cool. Obviously, you've got all your settings over here. You can hover over down the bottom, but you're not going to be able to see those because they're going to be so small for you guys. I don't use Cortana. I don't touch her. It's like, I think, give me a Samsung Galaxy any day, or possibly an iPhone. I have considered an iPhone due to the way I'm trying to change to work, but then I still like Android based as well, so... Right, let's have a look what we can build now. We have got to do a reservoir, that, and nothing out us at the moment. We are still waiting for this to finish. Why is that not going? Is that working? I think they need to build houses first. I think they're reluctant to do anything until they've got their homes built. Let's let them build their homes. But look how pretty it is. It's like, and you can go right around the globe. I don't want to, but like, look. And zoom right in. I love games that are graphical. I really do. They've done a nice graphic art style on this, and they've been improving it as they go along. I want to see if we got the second era, though, on this. I really do. I don't mind getting the top tier, I just wouldn't pay for it. No. Not a fan of the iPhone. I'm a fan of their infrastructure in their ethos. With, like, I use Calendar, for instance. I use the Apple Calendar. I'm thinking of switching over to Apple Mail. They have a nookie. So I'm thinking of switching across to the Apple Mail client for all my YouTube and Twitch emails, like the business side of things. Because I'm looking at the prospect again full time. Yeah, slowly but surely. Do you want to, like... Because this doesn't seem to be researching. I'm assuming it's because they need houses. But I might be wrong. So a lot of this they still haven't put in. Well, hardware is the same as a PC, but I beg to differ with you. I've got a MacBook Pro. Yes, it's overpriced, but I never paid for it, and I never paid for the previous one either. So in that respect, price to me doesn't matter on that particular hardware, on either of those purchases, because I never paid for them. But performance-wise, for a laptop, it's bloody good. And I've got the older version of it, like the last series, not the current one that's out now. So I've got the previous one. And like the boot times on it and the speed of the SSD in it is phenomenally quick because they soldered it on the motherboard effectively. Now, effectively, that's like a PCI or M2 slot on a motherboard on a PC. It's very similar in comparisons of speed. Well, they still make. It's basically they've called it Microsoft Lumia instead of Nokia Lumia, so it's still their phones, but effectively it's got Microsoft software on it. Research is complete. Finally, right? We can build these tools now. Let's go for it because that's what I want. Is that so? We've still not got power. Still can't do anything. We can look at the amount of people we got, which is still 4. New. Happiness coming soon. Over here we've got Godlight, so we can look at it in the dark. I prefer looking at it in the light. And we will have coming soon Galaxy maps. We'll have a Galaxy. Going to link in with Frontier maybe. I don't know. I miss the Android because I was on Android before this one, and I went to the Microsoft phone last year, and I really regret it. But I'm basically currently not paying the bill. But don't worry about that. I'll worry about that. But yeah, currently not paying them. So we're going to have a falling out, I think. But that's my fault, not theirs, to be fair. And I need to call them in the next few days to try and sort something out. Yeah, you can make good money from buying and selling stuff on eBay. I used to do a bit, but I just can't be bothered with it all these days. It's too much aggro. No, Microsoft's still owning it as far as I'm aware. Rain's coming. That was loud. RIP headphone users. It probably will get a bit bloated. Here we go. We've got research complete. So let's set up the next research goal. So we're going to do farming next, or shall we? Now let's do fish. Now we're coming up to winter, aren't we? I think we're coming up to winter. We haven't really got any food. I'm going to go fishing. I'm going to research fishing. So down here now, what have we got? Let's have a look. Nothing there, nothing there. We've basically got the reserve there. We've basically got the access to learn the stuff. We have got engineers though. So this is a new building. We're going to pop this in. Let's pop it in here. So this is a new building. Now this is one of my dilemmas with this building when we build it. I'll go into it. Yeah, things get slower and more bloated, but it'll speed up again. No, I still haven't got a new job, but I'm working towards creating a viable option as to going YouTube and Twitch full time, but I don't know if it's going to pay. But I'm working on a hell of a lot behind the scenes towards those goals, and have been doing a lot on that this week. But I can't really tell you much. Patreon users get a bit more inside info. So people that subscribe via Patreon and pay monthly fees get to know a little bit behind the scenes now. That's scary. How many people? We've got 6 now. Got 2 more kids joined. Ooh. Screwdriver. So these are our 2 new. Look, they're building. They're 5 years old. They can go out of work. That's what they say in this world. We got... No, just 2. I thought we had an extra house then. Oh, we're not got any research going. Research is down here, by the way. So let's... we're done fishing. I'm going to do cooking next. Right, so this is the first building that you can assign people to that I've built. So on this you can assign like nuggets to do it. So we're going to assign our 2 oldest people. There you go. So can I turn that off? I don't want that. Go away. Go away. How do I get rid of that? Go. Oh, I've got to click on. There we go. Go back. Right. So I've got 2 people working. Now, what it suggests is if you hover over this and look at the building, it says this bar represents building's current condition. If you are getting low, you should build a construction hut as soon as possible. Don't forget to assign nuggets to their appropriate tasks. Right, so in here, surely you should be able to set them to whether you want them building or... Because they've changed this. This here... This is my little bugbear. That says a constructor's hut. That says an engineer's hut. When you build it, they've changed the name of it in here to engineers. Yet they've left the description of constructors are responsible for new building constructions and repair existing ones. So that needs to be reworded. And it then leads to a little bit of dilemma. But it kind of insinuates in places that you can set what they do. Right, so we've also got... Hang on, I've got to try and keep up with this. Somewhere in here. Is that it? No. There it is, fishing. We can now put a fishing lodge down. There we go. We're going to go there. Yeah. So no job. I've got a couple of prospects I'm going to follow up this week though. So we'll see how we get. Did I try streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time? I'm not able to set that up at the moment. So no. I'm not happy with this YouTube. The problem is if I stream on 2 platforms, I need to be able to access both lots of chat, which is a lot of screen real estate. I don't think you realise when I'm streaming, I've got stream labels open, I've got an alert box open, I've got TeamSpeak open, I've got friends list open. I have to have a browser open to see your chat, and if I'm running in YouTube and Twitch, I need multiple windows open for that. Plus I need OBS running, and I'm currently running 4 screens as it is in order to do all of this. So there's not really a super efficient way of doing it other than what I'm doing. Stone hut is able... Oh, he's built another stone hut. Excellent. I want you over here building the fishery though, otherwise you're all going to starve. They don't seem to starve though, by the way. Just saying. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to stream. The other reason I don't stream on 2 platforms at the same time at this current moment in time is none of you can see the chat on the stream. I'd have to overlay that text, and you can only overlay one lot of text, so I'd have to pick whether it be the YouTube stuff or the Twitch stuff up. I couldn't put both chats up on screen. And it's going to get very confusing for people in chat to know what I'm answering to, because a lot of streamers that do multiple streams will read off what you've put. So, for instance, you know, Tommy's put, my first phone was a Nokia, but don't know what model, but it was the newest when I got it. And then you'd reply to it. So you'd have to read everybody's comments, which I don't like doing. And I know it's a problem for VODs, because people can't see the chat and don't know what I'm answering to. And I know I've had comments on that respect before. You got a BlackBerry? Cool. I've got a BlackBerry kicking around somewhere, an older one. I think it was a... can't remember which it was now. I'm thinking it's a 9800, but I don't know. Right, research is finished. Let's get another lot of research going. Let's research the farm. So now they're currently doing that. We can now put down the eatery, which is this fella. So I'm going to spin him around a bit. Put him over here. I'm going to actually put him over there. That'll do. Right, need to assign. Now this is the other thing. These are locked. So you can, looks like you can have additional people on this as it goes through later, but I don't know how to unlock them. Haven't found that out yet. So we shall see. So yeah, at the moment, I'm going to stream via one or the other. I'm not going to stream both. I don't like the idea or the concept of it. I prefer Twitch for live streaming because the back end of Twitch is loads better. It makes more sense to me, and you don't get the fact to saying that I'm now streaming the Terminator Dawn of Fate. Why is it saying that? Let me refresh, see if it updates. But I've clearly on on the PC and the Mac, I've tried to change it, and it's still saying the Terminator Dawn of Fate. What the actual fuck, YouTube? Basically, because that's just ridiculous. So I don't know. I actually do not know why that is saying it. I've clearly got it in 2 places now as that. So, really don't know. Oh, hang on. Didn't want to do that. Autocorrect for the win. Gotta love autocorrect. Right, where are we? Still researching. You can see the research bar going round there, which is nice. I think that needs to be a little bit clearer because on a big screen like I'm on, it's a little not in your face enough. Whee. I hate that logo. I don't know why I'm doing that. So we're getting through research. Slowly. We've got winter now, so we can't. We need a farm, basically. We're getting there. Yeah, but you kind of want autocorrect, and then you want it to tell you there's a mistake, not autocorrect it. Right, agriculture is complete. We now get this. So we get storage areas, funeral rite, and traditional healing. So we've got a few. I'm going to go for storage first on that. I'm also... Oh, that now works. That didn't work last night. I wonder if there's been a patch. Right. I need to find farm, basically, because we want to put a farm in. And I'm going to put a farm over here if I can. I'll put a farm over here. Anywhere? There. Okay, we'll have it there. I don't think we can build anything else bar the farm. No, we're good. So we've got a good base started. Well, how are we doing on water? We probably want to put another water pump in at some point. You cannot stand autocorrect on a phone. Yeah. See, my Windows phone's got predictive text, and it doesn't do a too bad a job at it. Doesn't do a too bad a job, I must admit that. But again, I rarely text people. I'm old-fashioned. My sister used to text me, and I'll text her back, and then she'll text me, and then I'll text her back, and then she'll text me, and then I'll pick up the phone and phone her and say, why don't you just bloody phone me? And it's like, oh, it's easier to text. No, it's not. It's easier to pick up a phone, dial a number, and have a conversation like a human being. It's like, oh, it drives me insane. Oh, yeah, I can imagine changing language. Now, here's the thing. I actually saw an interesting video. And how many of you guys normally follow me? I know quite a few of you follow me, but I do forgive me if I don't recognise all your names. How many of you currently subscribe to my YouTube channel? And if not, why not? Right? Because I watched a creative thing that came through via YouTube, and it's very interesting to see on it that basically like translations into different languages and having your subscriber base do it for you and translate it. Is that a thing you want me to turn on? So we've got funeral rite, burial. We're going to go for traditional healing first. So we've got a few things going on. It's raining by the looks of it. We've got a rain cloud above. It's coming up there. What? Tomato? He found a tomato. Woohoo. Very cool. Right, we want to come up here. I'll tell you, when you see the windstorm, which I saw last night, it's fantastic. So he supports 3 things. But is that something like... I mean, all of you are obviously speaking English, but would you prefer it if I... would that be of use to people? I think it probably would be more use to people that don't speak English. But am I missing out on a wider audience there? What do you guys think? It depends who your provider is. Right, we need to assign a nugget. Now, you see, this has completely changed. I presume we can call that Farm 1. This has completely changed, because beforehand you could assign 4 people and do 4 lots of food. Now you can't. Now, previously on this, you had temperatures. When you're going to choose crop now, I'm assuming that this green to blue bar is temperature. So that's grassland. I don't know though. So you got different aspects. So we're in grassland, but we want food. We're not in a forest, so we want something that's grassland. So one of these 2. We're not in a desert. So we've got these 2 we can go for. Now you have basically the difference in time and the difference in produce. So we ideally probably want that one. Indicates amount of water crops require. So let's go for this one at the start. So he's going to produce that. But these slots are locked, and we used to be able to produce 4 crops. So a little bit different. I want to now build another water pump. Water pump. I know we've got that there. I want a water pump next though. I want a second one. We've only got one. We're starting to get bigger. Starting to grow. None of your friends use subtitles. You don't think? You see, I'm wondering if I do, because certain channels have said they have grown, but I need to really speak to a larger channel really to find out if that's true or not. That use it and see if they think it's a bigger thing, because I think most people do. If it's not primary language, the secondary language will be UK, will be English. UK, I meant English. Yeah, but there's ways around that. If you use Skype, you don't go through those. So it's not if you use Skype on a PC, basically you're bypassing effectively all of those service providers in the middle that are going to charge you, and you'll pay for your minutes, but you're doing it via the internet. So it's internet to internet you can do. So I never pay international call charges. Not that I make that many calls these days, but I used to. Right, we've got no research going. Let's sort this research out. Right, let's go for we'll go for funeral rite. We'll do that. I want to finish that before I start any more building projects. You don't like living in Germany. They refuse to watch stuff with subtitles. It has to be German as a Dutch person. I grew up. Wow. Yeah, I do notice that as well. It's like, I think it's quite good when you watch people who stream, and obviously English isn't their first language, but they do a really good job of it. But you can severely like pick up on their accent. And you know what I haven't done? Yes, I have. I've built an eatery. We haven't assigned a nugget to it. Oh my god. Right, that's better. We've got one to that. We've got two to that. And we've got one to that. I can't believe I didn't assign anybody to cook the food. Wow. Right, okay. What we want to do now is build a warehouse somewhere over here. I don't know how I'm going to get this in. Oh, we can maybe get it there. Let's do that. So we're going to put a warehouse down. So this is a new building as well, warehouse. All of these have been updated graphically as well. I mean, not so much these, but the fishing hut has. That's been updated. The eatery has. So they are really good. Right, got baked beans and stuff, peas, or cucumbers or whatever, I don't know, salady things. All sorts. So yeah, they've redesigned the buildings a bit, which is nice. But let's get the other eras in, or we want to get onto that. And I do like the way that you research now. I like this, and you can see it, and you can see it down the bottom left. I like that a lot. I am 46, coming on 47. So I never get into that Japanese. So I got a friend who actually he goes out there for periods of time. He's actually got a Japanese girlfriend, and he goes out as an English substitute teacher, like an additional teacher. So he helps out the main English teacher there, and he acts as an additional aid, if you like. And he goes out there for like a year at a time sometimes. He's currently in the UK, but he's got a Japanese girlfriend, and they've been trying to either live over here or always live over there, and they're not. Either government won't let them. Basically, there's so many loopholes. You're 32. No worries. I was 32 once upon a time. Seems a long time ago. You can all get food over there. Now, I don't know if this currently works properly or not, but like there's people in there going to eat. I'm assuming it does, but I don't. This here seems a bit different. Raw food, and then obviously the prepared food is 2. But we shall see if we produce enough. Gerb is 16 and Tommy is 15. We're all doing an age thing now. I know, I've got your birthday marked now on my calendar, Nicholas, so I know when your birthday is. I've got it on the Mac. Right, we need to build something, and we need to research something. Let's set the research up first. Let's research the burial thing. Get that going. So we've got none of that. None of that. We want to build. So we can now build a hospital and a funeral pyre. But before I do that, I want to build another farm. And the reason why I want to do that, and I kind of need to build it up in the mountains, which is kind of going to be awkward. Because this is going to be a long way away. Mountain. That would be good if I could get it there. Will that work? Can you find me a spot there? Anywhere there? Maybe just a little bit. It's not going to have it, is it? Yeah, I bet it'll do it over there. Yeah, do it over there, look. Alright, we'll do it over there then. It's not going to do it now. Go on, you were going to do it then. All the way over there? That's a long way away. Let's do it like that. It's a bit far. But there is a reason I want to do that, and I want to put the hospital. Are we not allowed to put it in the forest? Can I put that in there? It's not going to let me. I want to put it fairly close. Let's put it over the back here. The collision boxes on these are way big. How would they? I mean, that's huge compared to the actual building. Right. Your exams are in 2 weeks. Good luck for your exams. Captain Jesse says food. I guess he's going to be eating any second. Don't get me hungry, guys. You know what happens when I get hungry. Tommy says there is a thing I have with different languages. Is that my worst one is German, which is a problem because I live here. That's not good. "18 exams in 1 month. Wow. That's a lot of cramming. It went, yeah. It's got to go white to be able to build it. We need it white. So we've currently got enough water. We've got 80 supply using 35, which is good. Because obviously planting crops is a good thing. The reason we planted that up there is because a lot of the if you go in here, look. Oh, I can't go in there. I'll show you on the next bit when we put it up. Why am I not streaming on Twitch? Because I want this VOD on YouTube afterwards. But I did stream Euro Truck 2 on Twitch earlier, and I will be streaming on Twitch this Saturday with what's that game called? Transport Fever. That's the one. We're going to be doing high detailing. But yeah, it doesn't. Twitch is a bit funny. It doesn't have this as a game, and they need to sort that out because it has to be authorized on Twitch to be able to stream it. Technically, now you can stream it still, but you can get into a little bit of hot water over it, which obviously I don't want to. But the Universim is a listed game on YouTube, but also I've done previous content for the Universim on YouTube, so I kind of want it there for the people that have followed me for that reason. Yeah, Space is Light. I remember you from a long time ago. Yes. Yes, is that Transport Fever? I know. Why YouTube is messing up doing that, I have no idea. Because we're not playing the Terminator Dawn of Fate, and the reason we're not playing the Terminator Dawn of Fate is because I don't bloody well own it. Yes. So I would kind of like, we can do more research. I don't know if we can actually do it. Yes, we can. Right. Mist smelting. So this is a new one. Right, let's face it. It can be incredibly difficult to predict the future. Few things occur as one or many imagine them. But one can always give their best guess on the matter. Fortunately, Nuggets have identified patterns in the weather that allows them to reasonably accurate for weather forecast. So this is weather forecasting, basically, mist smelling. So let's do that. Because we want a weather forecast up. So it's just new ways of doing it all. So... well, you got GCSEs coming up as well. So a couple of you have then. So lots. I know. I've changed it on both PC and Mac, and it's still not picking it up. I'm not sure what else I can do. Right, we've got our farm up in the mountains now. So this one up here, which is not good because it's put it through a block. So that for me is a bit of an issue. But we're going to assign a nugget. And we're going to choose a crop. Now, I'm going to go to herbs because I want to be building medicine. And if you look here, you need mountainous or desert. Now, both of them produce... that's slightly quicker, cotton candy. That will produce 4 food. And... indicates the amount of water, so we're going to use 18 water, which is why I built more, because I knew that was coming up. So we're going to do that one so that we can produce some herbs. Right, that says I need attention. It's just going to switch over, hopefully. So we're going to get our medicine lounge up. That's doing that. Let's have a look. What else can we build? Nothing at the moment, I don't think. Oh yes, we can. We can build the cemetery and funeral pyre. So I'm thinking we'll carry on over this way, seeing as we've got buildings coming this way. So I quite like this one with the staircase to be sort of near a mountainous area. But I have got something else to go over there, so we're going to put that there. Although I could put the other thing over there, saying that. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Right, hang on. I've got to catch... Let me just scroll back up through chat a minute because I've missed some of it. Why it's doing that? It's ridiculous. I don't know. I haven't got a clue. We may do all sorts of mile-long things. We're mostly going to do the longer trains on Twitch because I've got no money turned on and it makes it easier. Right, hang on. Okay, let me refresh the page quick. See if that does update it then. Yay! Finally, it's got the right game. That did. Thank you for that. Right, I'm a little bit confused with Sea Lords. Have I got any tips for what? Since when I did them? When I did what? This is a sandstorm, by the way. This is like, you can't see anything. This is epic. I love this. It's like you have to be in like super close. And if you like zoom out, you just like this is what we're getting hit by. All of that. And they get bigger as well. It's just totally insane. Right, we can assign a nugget to this now. Put you in. So we're building a couple of buildings over there. We'll let them catch up a bit. I need to put in, ideally, another engineers building, really. Which is that one. So I'm going to plonk another one down, because I think we need 2. Oh, tips for GCSEs. Study. God, I haven't done those for years. Well, I haven't actually ever done GCSEs. Mine was CSEs and O-levels. I was the last year to do it before they switched over. So, yeah, just make sure you really study and try and remember as much as you can. Yeah, Keb's the one to ask, because he's got exams coming up as well. Start playing some Darude, Sandstorm, yeah. That was epic, though. That's new. So, this looks like they're building a few stone huts now. We've got a colony of 19 adults and 1 child, which seems a little bit... different. So we've got 18 raw food, no cooked. See, this doesn't seem to be keeping up. Oh, they're recovering in hospital. That's why they've broken a bone. But we've given that a person, and we're trying to like get some crops through for it. So we've got engineers going to go in, and another looks like they've just built a stone hut. All sorts. There's little lag spikes as well already. So performance hopefully will improve. All of you doing exams. Oh God, no. Keep it English, dude, because otherwise none of us are going to understand that. Yeah, the GCSEs, for anybody who's not from the UK, is basically the main... it's like a qualification that you do from school. It's your exams when you leave school, basically. It used to be CSE, and O-levels were a separate one. Now it's GCSE, and then as you go on to further education, you can get things like A-levels, B-techs, diplomas, all sorts. Depends what you go for. So there's lots of different qualifications. It's quite complex. But a lot of people come over and study in the universities in the UK. There's a lot of foreign students. And Southampton's major because we've actually got 2 universities. And then we've got another one along the coast a little bit further in Portsmouth. So we get quite a high influx of foreign students over here where I am. Yeah, I was the last year. We were the last year to do O-levels and GCSEs. And then it's the following year that was... Their exams would be the first year to have done GCSEs. So we're waiting for them to catch up. We're doing all right-ish with water. We might need to put another one in. We still haven't built that, and we still haven't built that. So I'm going to prioritise that. I want them to build the engineers hut first. So we've got more people actually doing the work. You get a model in 3D modelling. Ooh. Are you doing mods for Transport Fever by any chance? I think you are from memory. I've got a terrible memory from who's doing what. You want to see what's going on in the UK, right? Yes, we've got Nerquan, I think that is, or Nerquan. Just subscribed. Thank you for the subscription, sir. Welcome to the channel. Any questions, just shout out. Yeah, we've got 2 universities in Southampton, and all the major building works are them. They do like massive halls of residence, all sorts of complexes. They've just extended the one. It used to be an institute, but it's now Southampton Solent University, and they've just expanded on their building. Got somebody else who's broken their bone there. Look, going to chop a tree, but you've got a broken bone. You can't chop trees down like that. We've got no research going either. Where's my... there it is. Let's search that out. Refined materials. Now, this is as far as I got last night when the game crashed, so it might crash again in a minute. He makes all the British trains, that's right. I speak to him. I speak to him quite regular now, which is quite good. So... yeah, I can't go back as far. It's so long that they've been building at Southampton Solent University. They've just built a new wing to it, basically, and they're moving Warsash College up, the maritime section, so that's all coming up to the Southampton as well now. You're going to be an application developer, that's cool. See, we never had all this when I was growing up. Badoo! Tommy, thank you for subscribing, sir. Obviously, I've got a lot of YouTube content. Most of my work, so for the people that are new here, basically, I do daily videos. There's currently, Monday, I release Avon Colony each week, Avon Colony Beta, and I'm on my 4th series of that. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, there's an hour-long Transport Fever video that gets released. Wednesdays, we've got another Brick in the Mall and Project High Rise gets released. This is the release times, by the way. They're both half an hour long. And then Friday we have Sim Airport and Production Line series running. Both of those are half an hour. And then on Sundays, you get effectively Motorsport Manager, which I'm currently thinking I'm going to ditch that and restart it. Restart a new series on it because I'm struggling. On top of that, most of this is like an experiment on YouTube Live because I've done one the other day with Space Engineers. This is my 2nd time live streaming to YouTube ever. Now you're probably thinking, hang on, you're pretty good at this. Well, I've done a lot on Twitch, so I've been mainly a Twitch streamer for a long time, longer than what I've been a YouTuber, believe it or not. But it's a smaller offering because I switched to YouTube when I went back to work. Right, so we need to assign nuggets to this. Let's get a few labourers in there so we can do a bit of work. Do we need to assign? We don't need to assign someone there, but we do need to get some building projects on the go. So we want the cemetery now, which I'm going to squeeze over here. And I think what we'll also do is we'll get another water pump in. I kind of want to put it somewhere else. I'm going to put it over here. And we probably need a well in. But we'll get those two done first. They're building another houselet, which is good. 19 nuggets and 2 children. We're doing fine. So yeah, that's basically, there's daily videos of up to an hour length. So, but there's an hour's worth of content every day bar Monday. Occasionally I'll throw in extra videos on top. I then, on Twitch currently is the main live stream, which I do a lot of hours on a Saturday. I start at 12 noon UK time and I'll stream till whenever. It's normally between 8 and 12 hours long, that stream. And we do a lot of high detailing in Transport Fever because that is just frigging cool. So yeah, you need to follow me on both mediums. The links should be in the description, but may not be. If not, just go through to one of my videos and there'll be a link there that you can follow. So you've been watching for a while, but you forgot to subscribe. That's alright. It's not a problem. You get a free copy of Adobe Shop 2017. Now how does that work? Because Adobe Photoshop now is subscription based online. So how does that work? Because you won't actually get a physical copy because it's basically online, and you'll have the application local, but you need to be online to use it, from what I understand. One of my favourite games, I've got a lot. I have got a lot of games. Currently, Transport Fever is very high on that because I'm really loving the detail. Planet Coaster is another one, but I don't play a lot of that, but I do love the game. I really do love the detailing in it. Oh wow, Production Line I really like. The potential of that has got a long way to go. So I'm very active in that as well, and like chucking ideas backwards and forwards to Cliff at Positech. So in case you haven't worked it out, I do speak to developers and publishers as well behind the scenes. There's a lot that you guys don't see going on behind the scenes, which I'm starting to like show a glimpse of on Patreon. Now, we've also finished our research, but there's no more research. Now, I don't know if this goes past this point or whether we just continue with what we've got, the buildings. This is where I've got to, effectively. So, as time goes on, and maybe after a certain amount of time... so, I don't know. This is as far as I've got. I want to build these 2 buildings before I do the next one. If you're in Europe, yes, so you're in Germany, you'll be 1 hour ahead of me. So it's effectively a 1 o'clock European time at the moment, I believe. Or when I live stream, that is. So currently, you're at 7:43-ish, and I'm at 6:43. So you're about an hour ahead. We're an hour behind. We have this stupid thing where we change the time, change the clocks. Right, we've got plenty of water coming in. Food's... okay, we could do with more food, so we need to build another farm. Or another... let's build another... so these icons, to me, don't make much sense as well. I'm going to build another fishing hut down here. Let's do that. And I don't know what this infected zones are. Just figured out why they shouldn't walk through infected zones. How can I see an infected zone? There doesn't seem to be a way to view that. Yet there's a mechanic somewhere where there's an infected zone. My guess would be it's these bits where these guys have died and I haven't got a cemetery to put their bodies in. There you go. It's operational. So now if we turn this on, get a nugget working in it, hopefully they're going to cremate the bodies and stuff. So we've still got a few more buildings to build. First off, we're going to do with the... there should be... I think it's actually in there now. Yeah, it's in there. Weather forecast. Right, let's put it over here. Let's squeeze it out of the way. There we go. We'll build one of those. So yeah, not sure what in the affected zone it means. Time to eat. Yep, no problem. I won't be streaming long because I will want to go for something to eat at some point. No, I don't think... I mean, toolbars aren't really... I mean, that's just the UI of a game. Unless they've actually ripped off the UI, as in, you know, taking the code out to make it, EA probably wouldn't bother. No worries, sir. You're off as well. No problem. Go and chuck me a follow over on Twitch as well, because I'll be streaming on Saturday on Twitch with Transport Fever, and that is a good game. Really is. And a lot of people misunderstand the mechanics of it, and I try to help out. Look at that. That looks pretty. Ooh, what's in there? They obviously need water over here as well. It's got a little barrel. Oh, they're burning the body, look. Oh, bless. Right, we need to put a well in. We need to put a couple of wells in, really. Let's put a well over. 9? You get better than 9? 10? 10 a day. I don't know how to get rid of these, though. Can we bury these people? What are you doing? Fixing a building. Cool. You carry on fixing the building. Some of our buildings might be a bit knackered now. How are we doing? That one's at 70%. They're not too bad. They are fixing them as they go. We've put somebody in there. That's cool. It doesn't matter. Well, that doesn't matter, Curb. They can still do it. I still get a source of income from it. So all monetary streams are welcome. Obviously, you don't get as much, but it doesn't matter that. I've enabled it for people that want to use that. I was watching someone using it quite effectively earlier, actually. So I'm still new to all this YouTube stuff on like live streaming. I'm getting more used to it and more set up towards it, but it is a bit clunky, in my opinion. Right, let's get another fisherman working. What's all that? They shouldn't work. Wait, after what? We might have to go around our buildings by the looks of it. Looks like... No. Oh, it must, I think, reassign people when they die. So how do we unlock these? This is what I don't get. Because we're not getting any more research. We're going down. We're down to 14 people. This isn't good. Why are you all dying? They're moving the dead bodies there. I probably should have set that up a bit earlier than by the looks of it. I might have killed off my population a bit. Never mind. Yeah, but it doesn't matter because I mean, even if you're like, if money goes to Google or Amazon, they are supplying me this for free. If they didn't make the money from adverts and through schemes like that, then they'd have to make money other ways, which would be charging me directly. So don't panic about it. You can watch while eating but not chat. That's not a problem. So I don't have an issue with YouTube and Twitch making money out of it, because you consider the investment they make in hardware to make all this work and the infrastructure. They got huge costs as well. YouTube doesn't really make Google money. The advert revenue stream from Google does. That's where they make their profit. And they've been hit big time of late because of this boycott which we're not going to go into. Oh dear. We're down to 11 people. This is not good. I think I've just killed everybody. No. We're down to 11 people. This is not good. No. Stop going in infected areas and dying. You are doing a crap job. You're meant to be like helping people. You're the witch doctor. We might be restarting. Oh man, we can squeeze in another go. What? Another one? Seriously? We're not doing well. Our civilization is dying off. We're down to 11 individuals from like 20 odd. Yeah, no, that's fine. But I don't want to deter people from doing it the way they want to do it, if you see what I mean. One medic. We got one doctor. Oh, he's recovering as well, is he? Oh god. This is not good. That's him there, look. Well, how are you going to recover if you're the doctor? I think we're dead. We're down to 10 people now. That's a dead body. Yeah, dead. Number of kids too. So many people died in the making of this video. Oh dear. It's not going well. We could be restarting in a second. Oh, he's like, oh, I really can't be bothered with this. I'm not very well. I'm just going to tap the hammer. We've still got no research. We've got buildings not built. We've got people resting in hospital not recovering by the looks of it. He's at 16. Keep an eye on his like overall. So he's 16. He's at 50. He's going downhill. Right, let's get rid of him then. Assign somebody who's not ill. Oh, hang on. They've all got jobs. Apart from him. They've all got jobs. Right. £97, that's alright, that's reasonable. I paid about 200 quid for this setup, but that's headphones, microphone, cables, and little sound box for the whole lot. And I've got a very big mixer sat under my desk that you would love. We've got 9 people. I think we're going to start again, guys. I think we've buggered it. Shall we start again quick? Try and squeeze another one in. I think I'll get one more in. So I think we're beyond the point of no return here. Let's start again. Let's go. How do we start a game? You have to quit out in order to start. Oh, seriously? Oh, they're picking up a dead body. We've got rid of most of the dead bodies. Well, when I say most, there's still like a few here. Oh no, no. I mean, we're down to 8 people now. Let's start again. I'm going to quit out. Do I want to exit? Yes, I do. We're gonna start again. So fire it up. We actually got to quit out of the game. Oh, please. No, I don't want to print the icon. We want to load the game. Get back into it quickly. Here we go. Press any button. Start a new life. Go. Testing colour palettes. I've got good colour palettes because I've got a 10-bit screen. Well, actually, it's not a screen that's in 10 bits. It's a screen with a 10-bit colour panel for the lookup guide. It's very good colour. I've got matching screens now. I don't know if you know it. Kind of matching, anyway. I've got two 28-inch screens and a 22, and the two 28-inch screens are Iliama, and they're both styled the same. And Clint Gill has followed. Thank you for the follow, sir. Much appreciated. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, so I've got two 28-inch screens now, as opposed to a 28, a 24, and a 22. So all my screen resolutions were all over the bit. So I've got my 4K one in front of me, which is the games on, and then I've got a 1080p 28-inch screen that looks identical up above, same make, almost very similar model number as well, and the colours are pretty much the same as well. So it's really nice. It was a nice upgrade. Right, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to move around. There, I'm going there. Actually, I want somewhere that's got mountain and desert. There, right here is going to be this is optimal. This is going to be a perfect place. We're going to pop it in there. Yes. No, skip the tutorial. We know what we're doing. We're like, I've barely died. Right, so I want to get water in, which I don't think we can put anything in at the start, can we? No, we have to do research. I don't want to do footwear, do I? Or maybe I do. Water well. Let's research water well. I need to research buildings. This is going to be the game. This is going to be the one. Yeah. 16-bit colour and 32-bit colour isn't what you think. It's a 10-bit lookup panel. It's different than 16-bit colour, I believe. So we're going to pop that down. Let's get somewhere really good if we can. See, again, they've changed this because I can't get this above about 10 or 11. Can get 11 occasionally, but when I played this last time, it's very rare you get above 10, to be honest. When I played this last time, before this current build, you used to get up to about 16, 17. So a little bit different. Right, research. Let's go for that one. Footwear. Yes, we want to walk quicker. And can we put down water pump? We can. I want to get that in really quick. Super quick. You've been playing Minecraft. I've looked at Minecraft often, and I don't know whether I should get it or not, because I think I'd be like the best player at it. But one of the issues is I saw a video of Microsoft's HoloLens, where you can wear this headgear, basically VR set, and effectively it projects it onto a table, and it just looks friggin' awesome. It's got like cameras on it that can detect your room, and then it puts like an image over the top, and it just looks so amazing. But what it actually is like when you got it on your head, I don't know. But I guarantee that tech's going to be expensive. I think those... Oh, we can do a reservoir as well. I kind of want that way. And as close as I can get it. There. I want that to take prioritised. I could have moved that across actually a little bit. Let's abort that. I want that better than that. I just do. I'm going to be a bit picky. Again, why doesn't this game show you boxes around it? Because like, it draws a box up. That's not bad. I do, but I want that first. Still. So I don't know. I think I'd be pretty good at that. I'm also thinking next week I'll try and do another Space Engineers one, but I'm thinking I'm just going to stick it in creative mode and just build something. rather than go mining, because I'm like not into all the mining side because it takes friggin' ages. So I'm thinking we'll just go creative mode and I'll just build the stuff. Yes, I'm a big nugget now. Exeger. Got four adults doing the work now, which is great. We'll have water soon. Yeah, I kind of like it, but I don't know. I've seen other people do it, and I know quite a few streamers that do it, and have done it. But it gets me because there's people I've like followed myself on Twitch, and they're really good at the game, and then they've given up because they just don't get the viewers on it. Yeah, I know there's a chap, he's probably in his 30s, down in Portsmouth, down in the next city along, and he makes about 200 grand a month on YouTube. And you guys probably have heard of him. So let's see if you can guess him. I could hold a server, but do you have to pay for them? Because hosting it here isn't an option if I'm streaming at the same time. And most like servers you have to rent. And I haven't got the money to invest in things like that, but I am going to try and discuss a few options with a suitable partner. But that's another story, which I can't tell you. I'm building that, and he's building a stone hut. I want to prioritise that, really. Let's get that built. Also, I swear the earlier build of this had like elephants and stuff walking around. I swear I used to see them. I'll need to check a few videos on it. But now you don't seem to see like the creatures wandering about. I may be imagining it. I often do. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. I couldn't host myself and stream it, and I couldn't leave it hosted permanently on my internet connection. I couldn't host it. So you'd have to pay for it. And I know other companies that would, like third party, that can host the servers. That's not an issue, it's the cost. I suspect you can run a dedicated service, Nicholas, as well. I mean, I used to, for other games, I used to set up dedicated servers here, and my line can take it, but not whilst I'm streaming and that. I wouldn't want to. I have all sorts going on. I wouldn't want to be hosting a public server myself. I'd host it for local friends and stuff. I often do stuff like that. But it wouldn't be running 24/7. I'll tell you that now. I couldn't afford to do that. Come on, little nuggets. What are you doing? There's 4 of you. You can choose what you're doing. Come on, you need 5 more wood. Prioritise. Why are you putting stuff there? You? An idiot. Listen to the instructions of your god. I am your god. Go back and do that. Friggin' ignored me and put wood on there. Who does he think he is? I mean, he thinks he's Exeger. Here you go. We can do this. Look. Hang on. Right. Go to you. Is that you? Yeah. Right, hang on then. You're all going to become famous in time. Can we not... Does it allow me to change that? It lets me click on it, but it doesn't let me actually change it. What's the point of highlighting the name if you can't do anything with it? That's not very good. I was going to change that to your names then. IGN. Oh yeah. They often send me emails saying, do I want a YouTube partnership? There we go, 45%, 47%. Progress is good. You're getting there, guys. And they're doing research now. Now they're in huts. I think that must be it. Or you need 3 people, and as there's only 3 people doing that, we've currently got 1 person spare, maybe, who's doing the research. Again, the game doesn't explain it to you. Kim, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. You wouldn't get it, Nicholas. People won't pay. I've looked in the past. It's a nightmare. I had a huge argument and a falling out when I was in a clan once because I helped them out being a member, and then all of a sudden over Facebook I was getting these messages from what I assumed was my friend, and I was like, this doesn't sound like him. It was actually his wife having a go at me in his name on his account, which is fraudulent. And then he apologised to me, and I was like, well, sorry if I've dropped you in it, but I told her straight I never agreed to pay any costs at the time, and I was helping out as an extra member for them. So, you know, it was a bit ridiculous like that. Right, I don't want divine punishment. I want primitive tools is what I want. Here we go. Right, if you have any questions, fire away. Right, I might put another water bottle in while we're waiting. I don't know. Should we preempt it? I won't actually. I want to get that away now. I don't want that. There we go. Go away. Yay! They're not researching now though. Can you research? Oh, they've got to supply stuff for it. Why do they need... what? Okay. Oh, I suppose they need research material. When is Avon Colony going to be released? Oh, wow. According to Steam, it was... let me check this. If you go on Steam, there is a store page for it now with a release available date. Let me fire up Steam a minute on the Mac. I think from memory... oh god, I got 6 messages on there as well. Blimey. I'm going to assume you can get this page. But according to this, yeah, July 2017. But they've not officially said anything. There you go. Now, I think she meant when was the game being released, not when I was releasing the video. Transport Fevers is probably the most viewed, if that's what you mean by requested. Yeah, so the game looks as if it's going to come out for release in whatever date I just said, July, wasn't it? I think. Right, Divine Punishment. Twin possibility increase. Let's do it. So we might get twins. So we could increase our population. What are they building? A hut? Yep. I don't think I can build anything else yet. I think that's all we can build. Oh no, we can build a constructor's hut now. Let's do that. We're going to put it in there. We'll do it. So yeah. Yeah, that's confusing. Start a new map in Train Fever. Train Fever's done and dusted. We won't be going back to that now. It's Transport Fever now. Do I use a slow cooker? No. Just use a regular cooker. Oh, it's raining. Rain clouds above, look. See if we can move out of the rain here. Does that work like that? No. Oh, I don't know, it does. Oh, that's interesting, look. It's not raining over here, but go over there. Oh, I like that. Yeah, no, I don't really do that sort of level of cooking. I suspect Nicholas does. There we go. Oh, hang on. That's done. Let's assign some nuggets. Go. Right. Research. Whoa, big storm. Research cooking next. It's looking pretty good, our setup. Let's see if we can not kill them all off this time. There you go. I told you Nicholas would have one. Oh, no, I wouldn't do that. That would be misleading, though. I do plan other videos around Transport Fever, though. I'm currently in the process of trying to learn Sony Vegas software, which I should be doing now, to be honest. And doing some extra videos, which will probably start with Transport Fever. But as a whole, one of my goals is to learn video editing sort of in my spare time that I haven't got at the moment. Which sounds stupid because I'm out of work, I know. But then make the content that's coming up on YouTube better for you guys. And obviously you can always comment on what improvements you want to see, and I do make separate notes on all of that. Can I build anything else? Don't think I can. I think we're there now. Yeah, we're waiting for the cookery, the eatery. Sorry. And I don't know where I'm going to put it. I might put it over here. This isn't... I don't think we've got... Is that classed as grassland here? I don't know. I think we might try and get the farm in there and put the eatery here, maybe. I think that would be the best bet. Yeah, I've bought 13 because it was on very cheap offer. So I've got... Seems a bit stupid why they don't... Because it's not... Sony don't own it anymore, do they? It's Maxis or somebody. Right. I'm going to say get agriculture going next. So I'm going to put the eatery in, but I want to put it here if I can. Bam! Done. See how we get on with that. Oriental trains have to be upgraded very soon, I think. So obviously chuck all that on the videos though, so then I look at it. Because anything you type in now, I'm happy to discuss, but obviously I'm not making notes on it, and it flies past too quick. So obviously anything that you want to see in any of the YouTube series, comment on those videos, so then I can collate that information, because I do collate it all. Yeah, Magic's own it, that's what I thought. Maxis don't exist anymore. EA closed Maxis Studios down. So Maxis is not a company anymore, I don't think. It's gone. The last one. Because basically, when they brought out the last SimCity, it was a complete and utter farce. Because they misjudged what their clients wanted. And it's a typical example of friggin' EA and a lot of other big publishers. Unfortunately, I shouldn't say that because obviously one day I want to probably do EA titles. And obviously I kind of need to keep them all sweet, but at the same time I'm not going to mince words. Come on, people, come building. Did I assign nuggets to that? Yes. We're all good. Phew. Yeah, what's the language, dude? There are some youngsters in here as well. I know I saw earlier, but I think it's just that's the way they are. When they're big, they don't listen to their customer base as well as the smaller organisations do. It's just they're a victim of their own success, effectively. It's like Ubisoft. I frustrated. I love some of the Ubisoft titles, but what they do with them really frustrates me. They are there as a massive marketing company at the end of the day. Yay, we can build. Right, let's research fishing. So we want to build farm. And we want that over here if I can get it there. Oh, it is grassland. Can I spin that around a bit though? That will be better if that will go there. That will do. Look at that. Massive. What's that noise? That's like a freaking great big dinosaurs coming up behind me. It's like massive. Oh, sorry, Nicholas. I tried not to. Yeah, I mean, I still argue the fact, Tommy, with like some of the comments and views that people had on SimCity, the last one we had, which was 2013, was it? Because, like, at no point did anybody know that it wasn't going to be an online game. Everybody knew that up front, and everybody was like, yeah, but we don't want it online. Tough, it is. Deal with it. What's the problem? The only people that should be arguing against it being online is people with really bad connections or people that are copying it. So, I'm sorry, there's not much excuse as to why it shouldn't be online these days. We need to reset. So, we are going to go that one. I'm going to get that in quickly as I can. What is this noise I can hear? Right, fishing pier. I want to get that one. Shot that in. We're going to need extra water soon. So yeah, it's one of the things. There was a lot of comments as well. It was like, I finally got the game I was paid for when they brought out an offline mode for it. And it was like, I had to comment on people like that. I'm saying, sorry, no, but you got the game you paid for when you paid for it. That was the game. At no point did they say that they were ever going to produce a offline mode prior to the game coming out. It was like they took people's feedback and they took it on board and then they made an offline version or an offline mode to it. And it's like they've listened to you and now you're still bad-mouthing them. It's like, seriously? Transport Fever is so good. It does need a lot of performance enhancements still. I hope they do get there eventually with the performance. I really do, because it does need a boost. Because, like, obviously I've got a pretty kick-ass PC through, determination of getting it and a lot of hard work and putting in a lot of extra hours to pay for it all and donations and things and all sorts that have gone into getting that PC built, and it is a really good machine. But it uses a fraction of it when playing Transport Fever. It really does, and it could use so much more of the resources that are there. Well, it's one of those things. They have to, unfortunately, they get bought out by these big publishers. A lot of companies do. They get successful. They don't have the funding to go where they need to do. They need to look at alternatives. It's a natural state of affairs. in business. It's not just computer games, that's within business. Print trade, for instance, that I worked in for 17 years. You get a huge amount of acquisitions of bigger companies buying the smaller companies because the smaller companies get to a point and they can't get past that point without more capital expenditure, which they haven't got. Let's set this guy up, sign a nugget. We're going to put you in and we're going to say choose a crop. We want food. We're in grassland and I want it to grow reasonably quick and not use a lot of water. I wonder why, like some of them do use. They don't. To me, some of these benefits don't like ring true. Like that takes 6, that takes 10 growth speed. That gives 14, and that gives 16 food. So it gives you a bit more food, but it uses double the amount of water, and it takes like nearly double the amount of time. But you don't get double that. So why would you use that? You just build 2 farms with that and have 2 people working it. Do you need variety in their diet, perhaps? I don't know. This one's complaining about water over here as well, so we need to put in another well, if I can, over here somehow. So we'll do that. I want to kind of prioritise on that. I know you're not going to because you're already building over there, but it doesn't make no difference. Captain Jesse, I will probably get it at some point. I need to fire an email off to Paradox because so far they always stress that they can't guarantee they can get me a copy, but they have been very good in supplying me copies for everything that's come out. But I'm not convinced with mass transport. I think it's overpriced and I think they should have gone a different direction with it. There's some good stuff in there, don't get me wrong, but there's some stuff that I feel is wacky, to be honest. But not having played it, I can't really comment on it. So he's moved out, has he? So you can't play it. Yeah, I'm quite lucky. I mean, that I love supporting those guys because I think they're great. Again, that's a victim of their own success because they've outgrown the company, and I think they've lost the direction a little bit. But it's still a cracking game. It's, where are they going to go with it, though? This is what I want to know. But yeah, I'll always support them over there. I do need to still sort that out a little bit. Right, we need to sort research out anyway. So we want traditional healing now. But before I do anything, I also want to put in this funeral pyre because I want to be able to bury people. I want this. I'm going to we're going to want this fairly central so that they can keep up with burning people. We're going to put it there. I need to set a nugget on that. Oh, hang on. That just changed. There we go. Right, we'll get the funeral thing going first. See if that would be better to keep up. So you made a slim style video thumbnail. Cool. Because you got bored. You got another. Nicholas has still got to catch up with his videos. He's a bit behind. So yeah, I'll probably look at it. Yeah, I've literally had Sony Vegas for about 3 days, and I've kind of worked how to import the video, how to import separate audio, crop it, as in like cut the first bit off, cut the last bit off, things like that, and do fades and things like that, and a bit of tech stuff, and that's about it. So I've done a little bit. I think if they wanted to, they would have done by now, Captain Jesse, because Max's was closed down some time ago now. So, and they did. Paradox did expand. I mean, it's Colossal Order. Paradox is the publisher. So I speak to both. So, but it's Colossal Order make the game, and Paradox is their publisher. It gets confusing. Okay, but I'll probably be asking you questions at some point then. Right. Research. I'm going to go funeral again. I want to get this funeral stuff up and running. I also want to get a hospital up and running, but to do that, we kind of need herbs. Why you go so far out? I suppose it's not that bad there. Ooh, that wasn't too bad. That was better. Ah, look, you can't build there. I was going to build there. Fine, I'll build there. Why does it need such a big plot? And why haven't I shown that? Yeah, I've got Vegas 13, so it's fairly up to date. It's all I need, to be honest. I don't need 14. I've got 13. So I don't really, for my use at the moment, bearing in mind I've got no video editing skills at all at this present time, it will be enough for what I need. I need to make an intro, I need to make an outro, although I might not have to make an outro, but that's another story. But I want to be able to do sort of time lapses, fades, add music tracks, all sorts. There's so much I want to do. That's not entirely true, because SCS do use outsourced publishers as well, because they use Excalibur. So they don't entirely publish it by themselves. So, not entirely true about SCS. Because if you look, if you go, say for instance Euro Truck, I don't know if it shows you on Steam actually. Yeah, it shows you as them as the publisher, but they do. I know for a fact they use Excalibur as well. Right, that's running, so we can now dispose of dead bodies, which is good. But I think we need to still put in our thingy. I don't know. Have we put somebody in there? Yes, we put somebody in there. Excellent. They've got water. We've got people there. We've got people there. We're doing good, I think. They're building another stone hut. Stop building stone huts and build what I tell you to build. I am your god. Oh yeah, I'll look at that later, Curb, because I won't remember what you tell me. But I'm going through like video stuff and that. $100 gig, I've got the capacity. I can handle files that big. I've got quite a lot of storage here at the moment. I still want more, even though I've got plenty. My C drive is looking a bit full these days though. But there's no easy way around that. It depends what games you play, to be honest. I personally wouldn't ever buy a Nintendo Switch because I don't like that style of game. Same as I wouldn't personally buy an Xbox. Well, I have owned Xbox and I have owned PlayStations before, but at the moment I personally wouldn't buy either of those. Everything I play nowadays tends to be on PC. But it's a big outshell of money, and I understand that. So I argue the fact as well of anybody, because I've had a person on a forum before turn around to me directly and say, you've wasted all your money on a PC because Xbox is so much cheaper. I paid X amount for my Xbox and X amount for my TV. It's loads cheaper than your PC. I said, so how are you actually relaying this information to me on the forum? And he went, well, I've got a PC for that. I said, so you've still gone out and bought a PC on top. So how much did that cost? Because my PC may have cost more than your entire setup, but I guarantee you mine will piss over you in terms of versatility and what I can do and what I do. And like, especially like with the streaming that now that I do, I mean, it's just I could record in 4K quite happily with my setup at a reasonable frames per second, especially with the style of games that I play. Problem is storage capacity, because you know, recording 4K video footage is quite a lot. I mean, recording 1080p is enough, to be honest. I end up with, you know, 2-3 gig files. They're not small. You see, I've pulled away from Handbrake because I was getting audio problems with it. So I've come away from Handbrake because I was not getting very good results out of it. Yeah, you have to decide what you would play more and what you would use more. PC gives you versatility because you've got web browsing, you've got emails, you've got all sorts of additional functions that you could use. Like being a student, you've got all the resources to the internet. There's so much you can use it for. No, it's just that they've decided to be proprietary, like Sega were, but Sega came around and they decided to stop manufacturing like as a platform and became a software company. But even them, I don't like Sega a lot because of some of the things they did. They bought Relic out, for instance, that had Company of Heroes, and Company of Heroes 2 I think is awful compared to Company of Heroes 1. Right, we need to get a person in there now because I do not want them not living. I don't want dead bodies around, basically. I want this to work very good. No, that's the hospital. No, I need to build the thingy. I haven't built the cemetery. Where's the cemetery? I need that in. That's what I want. That can go over here. Yeah, you can go there. That'll do. Build that now. Oh, hang on, no, shit. We've buggered up, guys. Well, I've buggered up, not you. I need another water pump, and I need one like tomorrow. Like yesterday, sorry. You prioritise. I want that built like yesterday. We've got issues with water. We've got a little bit of overcapacity here, so we're using 5 capacity of that. So we're using up some of our extra stuff, but we need to get it done. I would disagree a bit with you, Kerbal, because Novatech are fairly reasonably priced. It depends what you're going for. They make some pretty cheap, reasonably good spec PCs, and they don't, believe it or not, there's not a lot extra in cost for them to manufacture them, or assemble them, as I like to say, because they don't actually manufacture. I don't care what any of these UK companies say. I used to work for Novatech in their corporate sales, and the finance manager used to hate me because he'd say, we manufacture it. We are one of the only UK manufacturers, and I was like, yeah, but you're not manufacturing. And he's like, yes, we are. I said, no, you're not. Anything that is manufactured in Asia, in Taiwan or China or wherever. You assemble. All the components are actually manufactured abroad, imported into this country, and then you assemble them all into a PC. That is not a manufacturing business. That is an assembly plant. And he used to say, no, that is manufacturing. And I was like, it's not. It's assembly. You're an assembly line, effectively. You show me where you go and make the components downstairs, because you just don't. Yeah, I would be leaning towards the PC because it has more uses for you and would help you as you get older. They're building it. We desperately need this in. We're at 47 usage. This will bring us up to 80 capacity. So we've eaten all our food as well, which is not good. So, yeah. Novatech is cheap, mate. They do reasonably good. Yeah, some of them are really cheap. They don't make a lot of money. The percentage in profit for them is very low. I can tell you their profit markups on some of the stuff. Laptops, they only make 6% profit on them, which is tiny for a company. Like in the print trade, we used to be making 60-70%. We used to be aiming for 60 to 70% gross profit margin. And in computer terms, the profit is not there these days. You'll be very surprised. They manufacture a lot of stuff in China and get it imported. They bring it in by truckload, mate. They bring it in by the truckload. They've been very successful, but they're not massively in gaming, but they are starting to get back into it. They were for a while, and then they went away from it. Because 95% of their business is corporate. So you're going to go for your Switch with a few games and then in case... Yeah, I mean, it takes time. Don't forget, like, I've had loads of computers and consoles over the years. My first machine ever was like the first thing you could get, which was a Binatone gaming console, and basically you could play Pong on it, and that was it. It was hardwired into the thing. Right? Have we got a person? No. We're going to assign a nugget to that now. I'm going to put that by age as well. Oh, I think I've just put a 4-year-old on that. Never mind. Yeah, live long and prosper. Right. Can we do any research? Yes, we can. We're going to do that. We've got all sorts going on now. We need to sort a few things out here. We've got water side. We've got food coming in. We can put a warehouse. And I think we've got all of these. We've got a hospital. We've got that. We've got that. I'm tempted to put another one of these down. Whoa, zoomed out a bit there. Because I can probably squeeze one of these in. Something like that in there. So let's do that so we get more people building. No. What's this budget? I'll tell you what, Kev, you come up with your PC gaming build and I'll go through it. Because I've done it for streamers. And there are some misconceptions and wastes of money that you can fall into, little traps. And obviously where I used to sell them and where I've been building PCs longer than the majority of people are around, because I've basically been around since the start of games consoles and PCs as they've developed over the years, there are a few things that people go wrong. Like, for instance, somebody over in the Netherlands, which was a very good streamer and a, you know, really good when they were doing it, but they gave up on it, which was such a shame. To prefer, you know, to pursue different career goals. Their life changed. But they were looking at a piece. They had a laptop basically, and it was crashing all the time. And I diagnosed it as overheating. And I worked it out for her, and she was very grateful. And then a friend of hers, who was supposedly very knowledgeable in computers, put together a spec list for her for a PC. I went through it, and one of the things I swapped out a graphics card, which you could get a lot better performance for buck than what she was shown, and I swapped out the hard drives in the list straight away because they were saying, oh, you need to get WD Reds. No, I'm sorry, they're NAS drives. Why are you paying extra for NAS drives when there's no need? You can effectively run, if you're on a budget, blue or green. If you can afford it, get black for performance. Give you a budget. I don't need a PC. I design my own and build my own. But is cheap and effective quality? Have you got, I know really good brands, and I know them from things like failure rates and that I used to work with at Novatech. Like, for instance, I know that in terms of motherboard, the least failure rates are ASUS. I can tell you that for a fact. Companies like ASRock have a higher rate of failure. So, personally, I avoid ASRock, even though people will pick them because they are cheap and they think, oh, they look good, they're cheap. Yeah, that's alright if you want a motherboard that dies on you because they have a higher rate of failure. But yeah, that is a bit tight, 300 quid. You'll get a reasonable spec, I'd say, for about 500-600. If you want a decent machine, you've got to be paying between £1,000 and 1,500 quid, I'd say, these days. My machine, I mean, mine's awkward to price. My i5 is even worse because my i5, right? How much would you value this at for about 4 or 5 years ago, right? i5, when Series, it's probably older than that actually, when a Series 1 processors were, I'd have to look at my CV as to when I was working there. But i5, 16 gig of RAM, GTX 275 when they were new. I can't remember what size hard drives I had in it, so that's not going to help. But an MSI motherboard, which was good. I mean, price-wise, it was about 1,500 quid's worth of PC. I got it for 300 quid. And that was brand new. Because I managed to wangle it, basically. Right, what do we need to build? We need to check that. We can build that now. I want to do that first, actually. First reduction. I want to put in a warehouse, wherever that is. I think it's there. Let's see if I can get one in here somewhere. Can it? Can it? Can it? I don't want it over there. I want it this way. How would I do? I'm going to lose that though. I don't want to lose that. Can I not? Why not there? It'll be an awkward game. That will do. I don't know which is the front door. Oh, don't stop putting things down. That'll do. Right. I actually built here because I thought there was a... Yeah, there is a mountain range. Excellent. Right. I want to build another farm. Let's get those building. Right. There we go. Did I have to allocate anything for anybody? No, we've got somebody working everywhere. Good. How much is on? We need another water pump as well. Let's put him over there. There we are. We'll do that. All sorts of buildings going up. Right. Wait, what's 70 months? You built your PC for 300 quid 14 months ago. Time does fly. I don't even know because mine I've upgraded over the time because effectively my i5 I bought extra stuff for that went in the i5, and then some of that stuff got ported across to my i7 when I built this, like for instance the GTX 760, which is still in here, but then I've upgraded the graphics card and I've got a 980 Ti running in here alongside the 760. So it's a little bit hit and miss, because it's like, how do I put it? I mean, effectively, the current build I'm using for streaming, I've got a 4790K, which has gone up about 100 quid in price since I bought it, for a fourth gen processor, which is funny, I think. It's got 32 gig of 3200 RAM, no, not 3200, 2400 RAM on it. So 32 gig of RAM. I've got a 980 Ti and a 760 GTX in there. I've got a 256 gig SSD from Kingston that is pretty rapid. I've got a Be Quiet case and Be Quiet power supply that I didn't pay for. Got those free. I've got a Corsair H100i water cooler, which I would prefer the Be Quiet one, to be honest. I wonder if I could wangle a free Be Quiet water cooler out of them, because I'd love to replace that one day. And I've got two 2TB WD blacks and two 1TB, I think they're WD blues, but don't quote me on that. They might be greens, but I'm pretty sure they're blues. So price all that up. But then you have to weigh in the manufacturers. Oh, I've got a kick-ass motherboard as well, a Gigabyte motherboard. All sorts of stuff going on here. We've got 33 people as well. I don't think we've got enough food coming in. We need more farms. I think we've lucked out on farms. I wish that was a better icon as well. I'm going to put another farm over here. Somewhere. Possibly. I might not if it won't go. Alright, we're there. That's warehouse is up. That's good. So you can prioritise this farm next. You got a 4 terabyte WD black. That's cool. I mean, mine is split as two. But what I've done is I've got my two. This may seem a little bit weird to you guys, but I've got my two 2TB blacks separate. One of them's got all my games installed. The other one's got all my video content installed. But then I've expanded that volume with the other two 1TB. So technically, it's 4TB of video storage on the PC that I can access like on the fly. I've then also got, and this was the expensive thing, I've got a Synology NAS set up on my system, on my network, which has got two 4TB Reds, which were friggin' expensive. Those are the most money I've spent on hard drives. They weren't cheap, but they are bloody good. And basically everything gets backed up to that NAS. So all my videos are on my PC and my NAS. So I've got them in two locations, and they're up on YouTube, obviously. But I wouldn't want them in one. Right, we need to assign a nugget here. Who are we going to do? Right, I want old people first, so you can go there. And we need to choose a mountain herb, which we're going to go for this one again. And we're going to get some farms going because we need more food, effectively. I don't want my people dying off. They're going to go hungry at the moment. So we still haven't worked out how to unlock this yet, or even if you can. Because if you hover over it, there's no information at all to say coming soon. So whether it's in this game or build or not, we don't know, because we currently killed everybody off on the last going through. Yeah, it's better to wait and build good components, but if you want any help, like speccing it, you always shout, because there's people to hand. Follow me on Facebook, because I want to get more interaction going with people on Facebook and Twitter. Or Twitter as I call it, but Twitter and Facebook I want to get more active. I also want more people on Patreon, but that doesn't matter if people don't follow me on there. But you can actually follow me on Patreon and not have to subscribe. I don't know if people realise that. And I do post, I'm trying to get more active on that because I want to get people across on Patreon more than I do on Facebook and Twitter, to be honest. because I want to be more active on there, and then people can see the benefits of subscription on there, which obviously supports the channel financially, or me financially, should I say. Right, another nugget. Let's find one. Farmer, you're going to go as a farmer. We're going to choose a crop. Oh, I nearly clicked on one by mistake. Right, food. We've got that one. I'm going to go for this one now. It's going to use more water, but we've got it. We've got a bit of food coming in now. Oh, raining. Can I get out of the rain? Can I go over here? I want to go over here. It's raining a bit there. I'm going to add now. I don't know. We need a forecast center, don't we? We haven't put one in. Spin that one. Ooh, this is as far as we got last time when we died. They're building a stone hut. Excellent. We've got storage facilities, which they're storing wood and... See, I don't know... On these, we're going to get to those. There, research. There we go. Refined materials. I know. Hang on. Yeah, I've got it as a page, haven't I? Not a group. I don't know if I can change that. I don't know if somebody wants to have a look to see if I can change that into a group. Maybe I need to change it as a group. But Kerb, that's down to your definition of what you class as very good and what games. You see, my style of games is like strategy sims and building and stuff like that. It's a slower paced type of game like this where I can interact with you guys and enjoy myself without not having to rush all the time. I can pause it and I can take my time. What have we built now? I forgot what we're building. We built that. What else have we built? Oh, the forecast center. That was it. Look how many supporters. Loads of them. See, ASRock I wouldn't touch. Wouldn't touch an ASRock thing. Crucial memory is alright, but it ain't the best memory, but it's okay. See, if any game that you had a lot of mods in, normally it's going to suffer with like a lot of memory usage. And possibly, depending on the game, a lot of storage capacity. Because if you go like Skyrim with like super high res textures and stuff, it's amazing how much space that will take up. Got a few people dying now. By the looks of it, we got 42. We're doing good on the population. I want more food growth though. We want to get this forecast tower up to running. And how are we doing generally on buildings? They're not too bad in terms of conditions. I was thinking of getting some more builders, to be honest. That's actually 65% full. Blimey. I'll put another farm. I'm going to say over this way if I can squeeze one in towards the coast here. Let's go there. And I can add some storage in here. Oh, looks like we might need... I've been forgetting to place the whales down. We can squeeze these in and around places they normally. Let's have a look. Just going to go up and squeeze some in. There's an 11 there. Wow. There we go. One can go up there. So we've got 3 buildings. Okay, we'll leave it at that. They can need hard drive space as well. Don't get me wrong, ASRock are okay, but they do suffer, and I know that as a fact, higher failure rates than both, well, Asus, Gigabyte, and MSI. They're all more reliable in motherboard manufacturers and other component manufacturers like graphics cards and things. We need to put a person on this. All that sees biome temperatures coming soon. So they've redone that and taken it out effectively. Show heat map. Go on then, show me it. Where is it? Where's the heat map then? Maybe I've got to wait for it to run. What's this? We've got a bow icon that doesn't tell me what the bow icon's for, but I'm guessing it's all going home when the sandstorm hits. So this is our temperatures here, where we're at. So we're forecasting the weather. So this grows out, in case you didn't know. Yeah, but what is it though? Is it a 80 plus bronze power supply? Because again, I wouldn't touch bronze. I don't really go below gold. Most of my power supplies have been platinum, to be honest. I'm trying to think what the current one is, but the current one was a freebie, so I never paid for it. You got to go for the moment, no problem. 1 terabyte blue's fine. See, I don't go for AMD graphics or processors. I know people do for cheapness. 80 plus bronze. See, I wouldn't touch bronze myself. But on a budget, I can see why people do, but I personally wouldn't touch AMD. And I'm not an Nvidia stroke Intel fanboy. It's fact that the majority of games, Intel and Nvidia have 80% market share. And it's a fact that game developers know that and that they develop in accordance to that. Now, that's not every game. There are games, and I run games, Ashes of the Singularity, coded for AMD. But the majority of games are coded for Nvidia setups. For now, Ryzen has stomped Intel for now. It won't be long before Intel will absolutely stomp Ryzen, trust me. Red Army Rising. We shall see. We shall see. I'm pretty sure Intel will come back. But you say that, again, right, okay, I'll take this as a scenario. People are switching. Why? I've got a 4790K that can pretty much run everything on the market. I haven't got anything that I can't do on my 4790K. I don't even want to upgrade to a newer Intel. There's not much in the way of benefits that I'd gain for the cost outlay of switching all my motherboard, all my RAM, and everything out. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind it, but there's no real benefit for me to do it. There's no incentive for me to do it. Need to get a nugget working in there. Labourer. Choose a crop. So we got grassland. I wish you could filter this. Oh, we can we? No. Well, we're in grassland with this one. So we've got these two, basically. And I have got enough to do that one, so I'm going to do a second one of that to get a lot more food in. I need to add another water pump now, really. Let's do that quick, which is... you see, these icons to me don't make sense. Why not have, like... I don't know. Let's do that, and then we'll add some... We need a water well over here as well, really. I guess it's a case of as you play it more, you'll get used to the icons more. We got a pretty good setup going now. 42 adults. Greetings from Italy. Welcome back to you from the UK. Hang on. Slim, I need a coal mine. What do you need a coal mine for? But, right, okay. Let's go to your point. I bet Intel can't make an 8-core less than £300. Right. You're only taking into consideration the cost of purchasing the CPU. And this is why Intel do so good and charge more for their equipment, right? Intel will consume less power. Fact. I'm not comparing Ryzen at the moment. Ignore Ryzen for the moment. But up to date, up to before Ryzen came out, because obviously I'm not 100% familiar with Ryzen. I know they have performance, but I haven't really looked at what they cost in running them. Now I'm talking in terms of running the PC, i.e. power for the CPU itself, how much power that consumes, and how much power the cooling required for it. Intel have always been better for that. And they have been for a long time. So if you take into consideration most PC users will own a PC for 3 to 5 years, the money you save on your electricity bill will pay for the extra costs in the CPU itself. And that's a fact. If you're running a PC more, then you will gain more cost savings. And that's why I partly do that. Where's the V100? V100's in on Italy. On Transport Fever. But it won't be in this game because this ain't Transport Fever. But if you look at this week's videos going up, you'll see the V100 going in. So don't panic. It might not actually be in until tomorrow, actually. So you might be getting like a little bit of news prior to it actually coming out. But it is going in. Might not actually be until Saturday, but it is going in this week. I do use it. I can't remember which episode. Let me check the notes. I might have told you something early. Damn. Hang on. Yeah, I don't think actually you'll see it till Saturday, but it is going in this week. So don't panic. It's coming. I'll also give you another tidbit. There might be more than one. Whoa. You never know. Right. Come on. You're building these things. You're building a stone hut. So have I built all my things? And I've got people allocated to them. Excellent. Let's build something else. Here we go. These are the new buildings. Right. We've got wood refinery and stone refinery. So let's build a wood refinery over here. Because why wouldn't you? There's a big forest here. Let's build that first. Oh, look at that sun glow, that lens flare. That's cool. No, I only speak English. If you go on to Intel site and look at the latest Xenon infrastructure that they're bringing out and see how many cores those things run, it's scary. I mean, they're talking ludicrous pricing. What was it I saw the other day? It was ridiculous, man. I posted it to Facebook. Let me just double check my Facebook. Facebook is a pain in the arse to use, though. Let me see, where was it? It would have definitely been below Linus Tech Tips' ludicrous expenditure on 8K cameras. Oh, here you go. This is a good link. Watch this. Here you go. If you want to see what I'm sat in front. Here you go. I think that'll work. Hopefully that'll take. I use, but I only speak English. There you go. There's my setup. What I'm sat in front of right now. What I want though isn't that. I'm trying to find the post that I made. I've been making loads of posts of late. It's going to be quite a way down. Modular headsets? No, don't like those. I'm still not keen on that. I can see their benefits, but here we go. Here we go. Let me grab this link for you. Ba-da-ba-ba. There you go. Xenon architecture. Yeah, I'm not convinced though. Linus, right? Let's discuss Linus for a moment. This is the person whose business acumen has just spent 240 grand setting up storage capability and 2 8K cameras for how many viewers that can watch 8K? None. He spent £240,000 investing in equipment and infrastructure to be able to produce 8K content for no viewers because nobody currently will be watching in 8K. I can pretty much guarantee him that. And he will know that because of his analytics he gets and what screen resolutions they're watching on. So anyway, that there is a Xenon processor with 28 cores and 56 threads. Holy shit. No, we only speak English in here, I'm afraid. I speak one language. That's it. I speak English. That's why I was asking earlier, why are all my people dying again? No, is this just like how the game plays? It's just going to kill you off when you get this far? Because if so, that's pretty crap. Is my... no, that's not fair. Why can't I have more people in there then? Let's add another cemetery quick. Let's do that really quick. I'll add one over here. Prioritise that. People are dying off. Sign a nugget. I'm going to assign a nugget to this if I've got any left at all. We just had a bit of a... Like, no! What? Why are you all walking through the dead body? Are you all stupid? Can you not see a corpse there? Or there? Look. Dead. Why have you just walked through? Is the AI that stupid? So it looks like it's going to kill me off again, which I'm not best pleased about. If we were going to get this far, then it's just going to kill me off. Because that's friggin' annoying. So we need a stone refinery, which I kind of want to put around there now. Oh, never mind, right. Yeah, one of my friends speaks Japanese, and I've got friends that are Dutch as well. So, obviously they speak 2 languages, but myself, only English. There is no coal mine in here. It's because they're walking over dead bodies. I want this. Prioritise this. I want you to build that now. It's like they've all died and the person can't keep up with the job. It's silly. We'll also put in one of these over here. Why not? Let's prioritise that. Get that going as well. I want that one first. That one first. They should build that now. But like we've just lost about 10 people in the space of minutes. That's silly. They don't hear the flies because they got dirt in their ears. Possibly. But this is silly. If it's going to kill me off again, I'm not very happy with the title. Just let me just continue building as big as I can, even if it's only won't take me past this age. But this is just stupid. That's very stupid, and they need to sort that. They're all infected, which means we've got a hospital. The hospital is now full. At least our doctor is now not in the hospital. Once we get these 3 buildings built, I'll build another hospital quick. Now, American and British English, I mean, they're not different languages. They're the same language. But sort of different dialects of it, if you like, I would say. I definitely think AMD are hotting up, don't get me wrong. But they are still running at a mega loss, and that's where they've struggled for years. They really have been struggling for a lot of years. I don't want them to go away. I'd like them to regain some ground. This is annoying me now. Like, we're down to 28 people from 40 odd. Oh, they're not happy. Come on, the Universim, get this all sorted out. I can't see that I've made a mistake there. We've got all the places in there. People walking through dead bodies and then not clearing the dead bodies up is just silly if that's going to go out of control every time. But I've got 3 people there. Why haven't they been moved? I've got 2 people dead there now. Got a person dead there. Another one there by the looks of it. They're just corpses all over the place. And I think it's just crashed again. Yeah, it has. No! Wait for the program to respond. It's not. It's crashed again. That's the 3rd time it's crashed. So they've bugged it. They've broken something. I wish it would not, like, just not respond like this, and it would send a crash respawn. That would be much better. Because now we've lost that, and because it doesn't save, that's really frustrating for me. It really, they need to put a save facility in, and they need to put a crash report thing in sooner rather than later. They've made huge strides in rebalancing some of the underground stuff, the underground mechanics of this game, and they've made some really nice graphical changes as well. But to me, it seems like you can only play this era, and you get up to this point, and that's it. The game won't go any further. You can't even continue building out because you just die off effectively, or the game crashes, which is a big problem. Big problem. So they need a few fixes there. I don't think anybody looks at dual core anymore. I think quad core and above. I certainly wouldn't touch anything below a quad core. But that AMD that I linked to you is ridiculous. That's just insane. 28 cores. And bear in mind, if you get server grade boards with, and I assume this would be quite difficult to do, but with multiple multiple CPU sockets on it, because some server boards go up to 4, but it would have to support that CPU. And I bet you there ain't many of those. But imagine having 4 of those in a motherboard, in a server board, and a ridiculous amount of memory as well, because some of the server boards go up to silly amounts of memory, but it's expensive. I'm going to have to end it there, guys, because I'm not going to start another one because I need to get some food on the go because it's 8:15. I'm a bit gutted that that's crashed again. All I can do is quit it. Can't do anything with that. So we can get up to that point where it's just starting to look as if you're getting into another era, but then you hit a brick wall by the looks of it. So a little bit disappointed with the latest patch. I think they need to patch it again, hopefully very soon, to get it working. I may drop them a support email and say, look, tried 3 times now, you get up to that era and we're getting slapped in the face. So a little bit of an issue. Quantum CPU for the masses, yeah. I'll believe that when I see it. Hang on, what? You're skipping a train? We've gone on to trains now. I don't know where we got onto that. No, but I wanted to show it off because it's literally just come out. So I wanted to show it off. And yes, don't get me wrong, they've made improvements, but they've also made some critical errors, because prior to this patch, it never crashed. And now all of a sudden, I've had 3 crashes in a row. Like when you get up to a certain point. So I think they've inadvertently made a bug. So I'll report that back to them. So yeah, a little bit of an issue for me on that front. And I want to see more eras. I want to go from the Stone Age to wherever they're going with it. I want to play the different eras. I want to see more of the game. I want to be able to build bigger and better and wider and stuff, but it seems that they've concentrated on this one era, and they've been showing off graphics and stuff via Twitter and that, but you can't seem to get to them. It still seems to be locked. But there you go. There you go. There we have it. So that was the Universim, which apparently was something to do with Terminator. I'm not sure what that was about. That was YouTube. But that's going to be it for today for the live stream, guys. So we've had a good run. We've been, wow, nearly 3 hours, 2 hours 40 minutes on YouTube, and I did a good couple of hours on Twitch as well with Euro Truck. So good 4 or 5 hours worth of streaming today, which is quite good. So I hope you've all enjoyed it. Remember to tune in for the usual YouTube videos, which are launching every day. So make sure you're subscribed. Go and follow me on Twitch as well, because Saturday is going to be the next live stream over on Twitch at 12 noon UK time, where we're going to be doing another long stream on detailing. And I'm going to try and get a longer train than 1 kilometre running. I don't know if it's going to work. We shall see. I might have to trick it somehow. We'll try and get it going. If it doesn't work, then I've got another backup plan. I've got a backup plan. So there you go. So that's it for today, and I shall catch you all again, hopefully Saturday. See you then. Bye-bye.